average. So I think that's too loud. There you go. How's that? Have I got volume? There you go. And that's what we do on the Inner City Hammock podcast. We just fuck around with the sound halfway through it. Or halfway through the start of it. Yeah, anyway, I'm wearing a hat today because I can't I keep looking, I don't know. Man, I washed my hair the other day, right? And when I wash my hair, hair gets really thin. And I start to like, oh shit. Like it's actually proper running out, eh? So obviously I'm wearing a hat. I'm becoming a hat guy. Obviously you can see that by every podcast I have a hat on. But today I've changed it up because I got my little thing coming out the back, and then it's front ways, which is kind of weird. It's funny, eh? If you wear a hat inside and you got it backwards, you still look like a bit of a dickhead. And I know that because I do it all the time, and I know I look like a dickhead. But it seems to be that if you wear a hat backwards inside, it's more socially acceptable. So, I'm fucking the rules up. I'm wearing it front ways. I look the same as I do in that picture. So, yeah. Anyway, what's happening, guys? I was so excited all day to do this. I went through the whole school day just like, I can't wait to get home and just record, because I was like, I've been looking at a lot of things on Facebook lately and just loving life and loving this and loving being around humans, and I had a great weekend, and man, it was great. It was so good. So I'm feeling phenomenal. But then again, you are what you put out there. So if you put out, if you feel positive and you put that positivity out into the world, hopefully someone's going to domino off that, and they're going to domino off someone else, and we're all just going to be positive. I swapped my coffee out for a solo today, even though I'm in a coffee cup. Something about solo on a hot day. It was a scorcher today. I was out on the basketball courts at school, and I was melting into the ground. So I definitely came home, I swapped up my coffee, and I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to get a solo, a thirst-quenching solo. There's nothing better than a lemon drink on a super hot day. So I was really stoked with that decision, obviously. It was a little present to myself because I did the groceries this afternoon because I'm a busy man, and I'm a house husband, and I just do all that amazing stuff to make everyone's life a lot easier, and that's my life. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I've been looking at a lot of stuff on Facebook lately and all that sort of shit, and I've actually been getting, it's pissing me off actually lately because I haven't had this in so long. Like, I'm talking years. I'm talking literal years since this has happened. But for some stupid reason, I don't know, maybe it's Vodafone because they're fucking animals and they have to sell people's numbers nowadays to get a bit of money. Even though, well, actually, I don't really care. It's not like I can move to whatever, so whatever, I can talk shit about them. But yeah, worst service in the world, but I just keep with them anyway. But yeah, so I have this feeling. I did some research the other day. Apparently, Vodafone are one of the. Apparently, it's in their contracts, which I clearly don't read because I'm lazy and a piece of shit. But apparently, they're allowed to distribute number to like a certain amount of things. So apparently, I've had my number distributed to a couple salespeople. Yes, I can't wait, man. I love listening to I love having salespeople talk to me all the time. And anyway, so I've been called like on multiple occasions from this number from Sydney, and I've done the old. If you need it, if you're like me and you hate answering numbers because you're an anxious piece of shit and you just don't want to talk to people, what you do is I let it ring out. I check the number unless it's a no caller ID. If you're using a no caller ID and you're expecting people to call you back, like, you're an idiot. Turn your phone off caller ID. Like, who are you? Like, are you fucking James Bond? Just put your number out there. So at least I can call you back. Have people whinging like, oh, you never call me back. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. Because you had it on no caller ID. I can't call you back. It's physically impossible. Unless I'm a spy. So for one, if you're a person that does that, don't do that. Because then no one's going to know who you are. So just turn the what are you going to... Are you worried that someone's going to steal your data or someone's going to steal your information? Here's news for you. Everybody has access to anything. Anyone can access anything. And to be fair, no one cares about... No one cares about you... Anyway, I'm on a tangent. Fuck it. Sorry, I'll get back to it. And anyway, so I've been getting these calls from Sydney, and I did the old you type in the number on Google, and there's a couple websites that like do reviews on phone numbers. So for example, like if you had a number call you, you weren't sure what the number is, you let it ring out, you type the number into Google, and then it comes up with like, this phone number has 8 negative reviews, and it's usually like, oh, these are telemarketers, and these motherfuckers tried to sell me a house, or like tried to change my phone plan, or some shit like that. And so you can actually tell which numbers you should actually avoid and stuff like that. And it's got like a block rating. So like, should you block this thing? And yeah, so it's really good if you do that. But anyway, I've had this number contact me. Like, they call me 8 times in one day. 8 fucking times. I can deal with a telemarketer call me twice, but 8 fucking times can eat dicks. So I went back to like old school Matson, and it was kind of amazing in a way. So back in the day, and I'm pretty sure if you're around my age, so around 25, this would have happened to you. So surely no one under the age of like 23 listens to this podcast, but if you do, back in a time when mobiles weren't the key resource into contacting people, we had these things called home phones. Now, home phones were these amazing devices that you plug in the wall at home, and it was for it was like a family phone. I know, it's amazing. Times are crazy. Look at me living in a caveman world. But every so often back then, you used to get like telemarketers call you, and it got really bad. It got to a point where I think my parents used to take their home phone out of the wall, which was hilarious. But my brother and I did this thing, obviously, because we're dickheads, where we'd literally just fuck around with the telemarketers, because they're usually foreign. Because it's like it's an easy target for people to work with, and sometimes I remember the call center. It's like Telstra was famous for it. Telstra's call center was in India, so they'd call you and harass you and just fucking annoy the shit out of you. But yeah, and we used to fuck around with the telemarketers. Like, we used to tell them we were like 50 years old, even though we sounded like 12-year-olds, and that we're looking to buy our 30th house or something, and all these guys. And then you'd play the whole, oh, my hearing aid's not working, can you speak louder? And this fucking poor idiot would just repeat himself 8,000 times. But I've started doing that again, and it's really petty. It's so petty. But I got a call the other day, and it was the day after I copped sorry, Luna's looking like she's about to do something bad. It was the day after I got 8 calls, and then the same number called me. I was in the car to work, and of course, in the morning, you're like, I need something to pep me up before work. Like, I need something that's going to make me happy. So I spoke to this telemarketer for a good 20 minutes and wasted the fuck out of his time. So it started off, he was asking if I was looking for an investment property, and me, of course, I said, of course I'm looking for an investment property because I'm a millionaire. And he goes, oh, that's great. What do you do? And I said, oh, I do a lot of things. I actually sell shoes, and the shoes that I sell are actually made out of fur, which is hilarious because obviously I'm vegan. But I thought it was funny. I was like, yeah, and I went on to say something about like kangaroos, and I make shoes out of kangaroo fur. And this dude was like, I could tell he actually thought I was being legit. And I was like, yeah, I'm looking around these areas, and I gave him the shittiest, like the most I said I wanted to buy a house in the middle of the Northern Territory, and I wanted it to be within like a 3,000 radius for close to the nearest person. So I was just being a complete fuckhead. And anyway, I pretty much messed with this dude's brain for about 20 minutes until I came clean. I was like, look, mate, I don't really give a fuck about what you're selling. I was just being a piece of shit because he called me 8 times. And then this dude had to go at me saying I was wasting his time. And then I hung up the phone because I'm a motherfucking badass. And I was like, bitch. But anyway, moral of the story is I feel like we should bring that back. I feel like if telemarketers are getting our mobile numbers, it is our duty as a society who all have phones to fuck with telemarketers. Because it's like in a time where everything's negative, we need to have some fun, and half those calls are fucking bullshit anyway, so we need to start bringing back the old fucking with telemarketers again. That should be like a slogan somewhere. 2020, let's fuck with telemarketers. But yeah, I mean, if you call me 8 times and you're a telemarketer, you're gonna end. It's like that, the term ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. If you call me and fucking give me some bullshit about what you're selling, I'm gonna fuck with you. It's the way I am. I love to talk shit. I literally sit down for half an hour of my life and talk into a microphone. You think I'm not petty enough to fuck with a telemarketer? Bitch, best believe I'm going to do it. Yeah. So that was one thing. I got really annoyed, but it also reminded me of those like nostalgic times of when you and your siblings would gather around the phone and fuck around with the old Ramesh the telemarketer. Oh, I loved it. I think the 12th Man got me into that. I think it was the 12th Man. It was some comedy person. It might have been the Chaser. Might have been the Chaser back in the day doing prank phone calls, or it could have been Hamish and Andy. I don't know. But all I know is it was hilarious. It's a pastime for all Australian children. I think it was the perfect time for me to practice being a dickhead. And practice makes perfect, if you get what I mean. Yeah. So telemarketers, man, give them a run for their money. I mean, you know, I can't believe companies still telemarket. Like in the world of Facebook and something, are you really calling people? I feel like even like email marketing, I kind of understand that it's still going around, but telemarketing, when people can see who's calling you, just don't bother. Yeah. Anyway, so as I said, I was looking on Facebook, as I do, looking at all the shit that's going on Facebook, the shit show that is Facebook. And whilst I took a little bit of time out of watching TikTok videos, I came across a video that I thought was hilarious. I thought it was great. And it was this video. And now it's Bob Catter. I don't even need to say anything else. Bob Catter. If you don't know who Bob Catter is like, I don't even know. It's literally a comedy show. Like, it's a fucking comedy show. Australian politics is a fucking comedy show. But I came across this video. So, a little bit of context for the video. Bob Catter is probably just, I don't actually know what the fuck he does. Like, this is a thing, right? And all the boomers will say, like, I'm a fucking idiot. And I don't really care because kind of am. But they always talk about Bob Catter when he was younger. I'm going to tell you this right now. Bob Catter's not young anymore. I don't give two fucks what he did 20 years ago. If he's an idiot now, that's how I see him. I see him as a fucking idiot. Okay? Don't give me the shit of like, oh yeah, but you know, he really paved. I don't give a fuck. The way I know him and the way I see him now is he's an idiot. Change my mind. Oh wait, no, Bob Catter just keeps fucking releasing this shit. Bob Catter is offended by a pie. Bob Catter gets offended by a pie. So he posted this video on the 26th of February about Melbourne. So I believe this came back from like the MCG are like testing out vegan pies or something. Sick. Like me as a vegan, great. Am I going to probably eat it? No, because it's going to cost me $1,000 because everything at a stadium costs $1 million. So like, okay, it's great. But I still don't eat food when I go to the fucking football. I don't. It's pointless. I would much rather spend my money on an overpriced beer. An overpriced half-strength beer at that. But yeah, Bob Catter says, I'm just going to play it. I'm going to play the video. Sorry, I need to put the sound on. That's my bad. I'll do it again. Oh, is it not working? It should be working. All right. Let's go this. Play. How is this not working? Give me a sec. I'll sort this out. This stupid thing's not working. Let's try this. Hang on. Not sure where the sound's gone. Well, that's a fucking dick in the ass. Let's see if this one works. Oh, so that works. Okay, I might just need to refresh it. Maybe I've muted it. Oh, there you go. I did mute it. Okay, let's put this back in. Give me 2 seconds. All right, we're back. Let's go again. Take 2. Sorry about the shit.
The most Australian of all activities is...
Can we firstly just appreciate how creepy he sounds? He sounds so fucking creepy. The most Australian of all. Oh, fuck it. Let's do it again. It's only a 30-second video.
The most Australian of all activities is to be at the football and be eating a meat pie and a beer or a Coke.
Okay. Firstly, how the fuck is Coke Australian? Coke is not Australian. What the fuck? At least you said beer.
That is the essence of our Australianism. Now, to have a vegan pie, I think we've got a problem here.
I think we got a problem here. This man is offended by a pie. Look at him. There's an article. Here we go. The Great Pie Debate. Brain development requires meat. We all know that. Good job, Bob, you fucking idiot. No, this is my thing, right? This is my argument. This is the only thing that I get really annoyed at when we talk about being vegan, okay? I don't care if you're vegan or not. I don't give a flying fuck. You do you, whatever you want. Do I think being vegan is better for you? Probably. Do I think you can still be healthy not eating vegan? 100%. I think you could probably be vegan doing the carnivore diet. Would I want to do the carnivore diet? No, because I don't like to be constipated all the fucking time and I don't like to shit blood. So, that's why I don't do the carnivore diet. And also, blah. So, this guy, I just can't, so he has said with all his scientific knowledge that you need meat for your brain to function. That's a lie, because I know so many fucking idiots and most of them eat meat. I also know so many fucking idiots who are vegan. I don't think it has anything to do with any of those things. I just think you're a fucking idiot. That's it. That's the argument. It's got nothing to do with what you're eating. You're just an idiot. You can get smarter if you put effort in and learn. And of course, you'll be able to learn more if you eat good food. But no, you're an idiot. So my argument here is, what are politicians doing that they have to argue about a fucking pie? Have I thought about a pie once today besides this? No, not at all. Why would I care about a pie? But why does he care about a pie? Does it offend him? Does it affect him by not having a meat pie? Holy shit. I just saw that video and I just can't believe that dude's relevant. Like him and Pauline Hanson, I'm just like, why are we giving them oxygen online? What is the point? Why not just get rid of them? Do I think we should deplatform them? No. But do I think Channel 9 should be writing articles on Bob Catter thinking about pies? No. Imagine being that up-and-coming journal. I always think about Anchorman, how when Christina Applegate's character, I always think of her as Tits McGee. But anyway, and she gets asked to go write a story about cats. And she's like, why would I do that? And the guy was like, because people want to know about cats. It's like, imagine being the up-and-coming journalist and you're like, today's the day. I'm going to change the world. You walk in, hey, Bob Catter just released a video about how he doesn't like vegan pies. Can you write a fucking story about it? Could you imagine how deflating that would be? Wanting to change the world and being like, fuck, I'm going to write my first article on some idiot why he doesn't like a pie. What is this world that we live in and why? There are so many important things that we probably should be focusing on, but no, let's focus on an angry old man shouting at a pie. It's like, old man yells at sky on fucking... Oh, I think that was a meme. Was that a meme? Someone created that meme. It was Bob. It was like Abe Simpson, old man yells at sky, but they changed it to Bob Catter's face and his old man yells at pie. Hilarious. That's memes. That is memes. That's what memes should be. Just taking the piss out of the politicians. Why watch Married at First Sight when you can just watch the people who run the country make fuckheads of themselves? Excellent. I love this though. It's just content. Now I read things and instead of reading them like, that's stupid, I read them like, that's hilarious. I'm going to talk about that. And that's why this podcast is just constantly about nothing. I'm the Seinfeld of podcasting. It is a podcast about nothing. Oh, the solos give me the burps. Excuse me. Yeah, anyway. But also, I was on Netflix, as I do. And I'm not into doing anything like... I don't really want to do anything... Like, sometimes you just don't want to watch anything that's... You don't want to invest too much in time. So I started watching, of course, the greatest show ever to grace Netflix. I started watching Doomsday Preppers. If you have not watched Doomsday Preppers, please, if you get anything from this podcast, I say this all the time, please go and watch Doomsday Preppers. It is hilarious. It's like the most amazing thing in the world. Like, some of the creations they come up with, like this guy living off the land, is amazing.
Douglases live on a farm that produces food and have 400 gallons of water caches. Michael fears they could become a target in an overpopulated world. So he has developed his very own alarm system to warn them of dangerous marauders.
What is the alarm system? You watch. You think it'll just be an alarm? Fuck no. It's going to be some elaborate scheme.
Provisions.
Out here in the rural areas, people are going to be spilling out to take what farmers have. I'm not going.
This is the best thing about Doomsday Preppers is not only do they prep for, obviously, Doomsday, like when the world is going to end, they prep for people who they think are going to steal their shit. And this is where it gets amazing.
I'm going to allow my family to be a target. I've had the opportunity to play with thermal imagery cameras, motion detectors, early detection systems of all kinds. You know what I use?
What do you use?
Bird feeders.
Bullshit, there it is. Boom. That's it. He uses bird feeders. Oh, shit.
Birds alarm at the most subtle of threats.
I told you. You thought he was going to do like an alarm system? Bullshit. You best believe this guy is calling all finches. He's got bird feeders, and when the bird... Oh, my goodness. This is amazing.
By listening to the bird alarms, you have awareness of people approaching.
Every bird produces a different sound.
Okay, so this guy is clearly insane because he talks to birds. But this guy's not even... And the best thing, the fucking best thing, is they rate it. Like, they have this, like, rating system. Hang on. They have this rating system, and I probably can't get near these. But they do this thing where it's like, we've scored your Doomsday Prep in a scale of 5 areas, and each area worth 20 points, giving you a total Doomsday Prep score of 100 points. I almost fucked that up. That's terrible. And it's so epic. And the best thing about these people is they never take the advice that the experts give them. And they always like give shit back to them. Like, I agree with the experts, but I feel as though our score is a lot bigger than 55. I think we're going to last a lot longer. And these guys devote their entire lives to surviving an apocalypse that probably won't happen. But if it does happen, you know, I'll probably be kissing ass to get on there. But there was one, and it was really funny. It was like 2 families. So 2 families from different sides of the country have merged together, and they did like a fake doomsday day, I guess. And anyway, they did this like mock thing where they got to the gate, and the guy was like, yeah, he doesn't realize that I'm actually gonna, like, I'm gonna frisk him when he gets in. And this dude literally comes out with a fucking Uzi, and he literally tells the whole family to get on the ground while they're getting filmed. This guy has no idea that he thinks old mate's turned on him, but he hasn't. He's testing him, and all shit breaks loose, and it's hilarious. If you're going to do anything this week, if you want to feel good, and I'm not taking the piss out of these people, because at the end of the day, if the world ends, I'm fucked. I'm going to be eating like, you know, drinking my own piss really quickly because I'll run out of water and I've got no idea how to get water. But they're going to be set. So, you know, have fun living in a post-apocalyptic world. This one dude was literally like talking about his kids and was like, yeah, you know, we even have a big enough family that we could repopulate the earth. What? And then, no, but he made it better. He said, no, but it's okay. I won't be repopulating, but we'll get them to repopulate. So in other words, he's thinking if the world ends, he's going to make his son and daughter. You connect the dots. If you've watched Rick and Morty, it's like Cronenberg world. Like everyone's Cronenberg. Everyone looks. That's the type of world I think he would make. He would make Cronenberg world. Yep. That's my 3 notes, man. That's my 3 things I was going to talk about. And I did it. I stuck to my notes, and we're at the time. Pretty much we're at the time. It's 25 minutes. By the time I edit all this shit in, you know what it is. Anyway, legends, I love you all. If you are listening, I love all of you. You are loved by me, even if I don't know you. I appreciate every single one of you listening to this podcast. It's amazing. I get some great feedback. And you know what? You know what I'm going to talk about really quickly, because I fucking love this. I love seeing my mates do well. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. And Bloody Brilliant Beers, my boys, something big happened to them this week, and I really want to acknowledge it. They got to sit down with Denham Kemp, a bloke in a bar. For those of you who don't know him, he is like one of the kings at the moment of the beer industry, as well as the podcasting industry. So that's why I think it's a massive deal. And they got to sit down with him for a podcast. And I got asked the other day, am I jealous? Fuck no. This is exactly why I started this podcast. I want my friends to win. Okay. If it's amazing. I think that's so good. So I'm so excited to listen to that podcast. I can't wait for it. I'll post the link to it too, because I want you guys to listen to it as well, because it's going to be a good listen, because Denham's a fucking hilarious dude. But yeah, anyway, guys, so I'll be posting that when it gets released. I don't know when it's going to get released, but I'm really excited to listen to it, and I hope you guys do listen to it as well. And of course, I'll probably have those boys on somewhere in the near future, and we can probably discuss the process there and how they went about it, and I'm really excited for that too. So yeah, guys, that comes to the end of this week's episode, you legends. Yeah, you know what it is. It's Inner City Hermit, man. If you're enjoying the content, go smash that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Go subscribe and all that sort of shit on iTunes too. I love getting the notifications that I get new subscribers and stuff like that, and I feel really blessed that I get to do this, and obviously have my other job as well. So I'm stoked. You guys have a great week. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic night. Be kind to one another, and just be good humans. Don't go watch Australian politics if you want a good comedy to watch, and have a good look at Bob Catter. Maybe throw a vegan pie at him. Egg Boy, shout out. Hit him with a pie, dude. Do it. I don't know. Maybe you're not into that anymore. I probably won't throw a pie at him, because I'd probably eat that pie. But anyway, don't fight about a pie. Don't complain about a pie. Just everyone eat what you want. Do whatever you want to do. And just be good humans. Yeah. Shut up. See you later, guys. Peace.